This book, wow, Kim, wow. I was really, really anxious going into this series. One, because it's the most talked about series on here on Book Talk, I would say. Two, a lot of people get to the halfway point and then that's when they like start struggling. They soft DNF it. It's quite slow. But the other thing that is quite daunting is you've just like established these worlds, you've created them in your mind. Obviously, everyone interprets things a lot differently. So you're starting with like a blank canvas all over again, and you're just hoping when you start off, you can like piece together this world. Wow, this was incredible. I knew pretty much from the get-go the writing style is a lot easier in this than it is in ACOTAR, and I really enjoyed that series. Don't get me wrong, I actually loved it. This just seemed a lot easier, a lot more flowing. I blitzed through it. Normally it takes me like 2 minutes a page with fantasy books. No, I flew through this. So this book itself, it comes in number 1 in this box set. So many people ask me, did I read it first, third, fourth? After having a discussion with Lauren WhatsApped me after I finished this, and she was like, she can't understand why other people would read it, not anything but first. And when we discussed it, yeah, it does not make sense. What happens in this book, if you don't read it first, you're basically just getting a spoiler straight away. So yeah, I'm glad I read it in this order. It's 5 short stories. It's all about Selena, the assassin, and she's got friends, the side characters. The side characters are phenomenal in this book. It's in 5 separate stories, like I said. So you've got the Pirate Lord, Healer, Desert, Underworld, and the Empire. It's very, very, very fast paced, I would say. And then you get to the Underworld. That story's a lot larger than the previous ones. So it starts to slow a little bit, but then the content towards the end, it's just impeccable. I got so choked up in the last story, and then I was fucking livid. I tell you, I want to throw this book. I am fuming, raging. I cannot wait to continue with this series because I need to know what happens. I've got a couple of reads that I need to do in between. I need to space it out because I don't want to, 1, oversaturate, and 2, I'll end up putting myself in a slump if I just read like this back to back. But if you're debating whether to read this or not, there is no debate. It is incredible. It is incredible. I love a main character, especially like in fantasy, where then they are more realistic. Obviously, we know it's fantasy, it's fiction, but there's nothing worse than like superheroes or assassins that are just the best of the best. They get away with every single situation. They can dodge this, and this. They showed her vulnerability. They showed a human side to this character. I loved her friendships in this book. I would say probably my favourite character in this was probably not even Selena, even though she's really good. I won't say who, but it's in story number 2 in The Assassin and the Healer. Now, I just don't want to say any other names, I want to make sure everyone is excited to go into it and just learn like they did with me going in blind. It's amazing. I have no other things to say apart from this 5-star. I cannot wait to read Throne of Glass next. I think, like I said, I got The Ancients game, The Measure, and then I'm jumping on Throne of Glass before next storm. So yeah, cannot wait to continue this series. If you've read this, what was your thoughts? And yeah, please read this first.